just saw a video on Instagram. I don't know if this guy does like almost like documentary style videos on his YouTube. He has a YouTube channel, but he'll post like a clip of it on his Instagram. Anyways, the clip is of a girl. Oh, I think it's called Other Side 305 or something like that. Something like that. Anyways, it's a girl at a motel at a plaza in Little Haiti, Miami. And she's basically sharing like her story, you know, of how she's a human trafficking, sex trafficking survivor. And, you know, she's telling her story, and it was just all too familiar. A lot of aspects of it, of shit I went through in my early 20s. And at the end of the video, she was basically saying, like, because he asked her, like, do you still believe in love and all this? And she was like, yeah, I still believe it's possible, and that she's waiting for somebody to save her. And you know what? I think I've heard too many girls say that coming from that life. Like when I was in that life, when that shit was happening to me and I was in it, I talked to so many girls, and, you know, I think a lot of them, they wait for somebody to save them. And I saw all too well where that gets them most of the time. Like, they end up in these, like, toxic, love-bombing cycle relationships or whatever. Not healthy relationships. And they end up abused, or they end up worse off or whatever, or killed. I've seen a few girls get... I don't need the fucking FTC or whatever fuck coming after my channel. So I've seen people unalive people, okay? And more than twice. And one of them was a girl waiting for somebody to save her. She worked at similar clubs that I did. Tootsie's, BT, South Miami, not PT, BT. Booby Trap, Scarlet's, and honestly, if you're gonna wait for somebody to save you, you're gonna die in that life. You're gonna die in that life. Like, that life, there is no saving. Like, I think out of all the women I met during that whole time I was in that, only one formed a healthy relationship and never looked back. But that is not the rule. That is the exception to the rule. Don't count on that. If you're watching this and you're in that life, you need, you know, and like, your soul hasn't totally been consumed yet, because I've seen women, their souls have gotten consumed, and they will live and die by that life. If your soul hasn't been consumed yet, don't wait till it gets consumed. Don't sit there and think somebody's going to save you or be your way out. You got to be your own way out. You got to take everything around you as a way for you to get smarter or outsmart people. Okay? That's, you know, that's what I did. I basically took everything around me, learned it, and kept my soul intact, although it was hidden down. It's like my light never burned out. It was just covered, because when you're walking in such dark circumstances, the light actually makes you vulnerable. It makes you easier to be a victim to a lot of shit, or even like to get unalived, which several attempts were made with me. But I hid the light, but I never burnt it out. I kept my soul intact and watched everything around me and learned from everything and everyone, and outsmarted them. And that's how I got out. I got out of the really dangerous situations around 24, and I got out of the whole life period at 20, like, I want to say 25, because my birthday is late in the year. So that year I was 25, but I got out towards the third or fourth quarter of the year. No, the third quarter of the year. Don't wait for somebody to save you and get you out of that life. You gotta stop looking at shit around you with fear and learn how to survive, and look at everything around you as a tool for you to somehow, some way get out. Make sure you learn from all the people around you at that time, because that is the most, like, how can I say, exposed that people are. That is like, that life is the underworld. Learn from it. It's like you're literally walking hell, and learn from that shit. Learn from everyone's exposed demons around you. Learn from it. That way, when you get out of that life, you now have all that fucking wisdom from the fucking pits of hell. You're bringing that into a better life. Man, your discernment and bullshit detector or whatever is on point. For me, as well as a lot of other girls, we also learned business that way. We learned how to do business, and then just carry that into something else that's actually legit, and own businesses and create a better life for yourself. Also learned a lot about the psychology of negotiations doing that. Like, I knew I wasn't gonna stay in that life. I just knew. And what I did was learn from everything and everyone around me and take that knowledge with me, as well as awareness, situational awareness, environmental awareness, social awareness, spiritual awareness. I have seen demons on demons on demons. Like, don't get me wrong, I've been able to see spirit my whole life. It's one of my gifts. I can see spirits all around. But when I was doing that shit, like when I was caught up in that, when I say there was demons everywhere, I've sat with demons and learned their names. I didn't run. I didn't try to hide. I didn't know. I learned how to keep my composure and sit with demons. It's kind of, there's like a quote that's similar to it, or it's similar in context, something about throw me to the wolves and I'll come back leading the pack. That's basically what I did. Like, I was thrown to the wolves, and I came back leading the pack, or outsmarting the pack, I should say. But I sat with demons, and real dark, and they're not hiding either. Like, in that life, they don't hide like they do, like they try to do in what other people would call normal life otherwise, because it does feel like two completely different realities. It doesn't feel the same. Like, normal life or legit life does not feel the same as when you're doing shit like that. It's a totally different feeling of reality. It's like you're literally walking through hell. It's like an underworld here. But if I could walk that bitch like a powerful fucking bitch and come out with a PhD from hell, so can you. So can you. And if you're watching this and you're in that fucking situation, I'm telling you right now, as somebody who's already walked that bitch, went from being scraped on the floors of hell to walking out with a PhD leading the fucking wolf pack, I'm telling you, you can too. You can too. You don't need anybody to save you. You just got to pay attention and learn. And then you will see your way out of this situation. Pay attention. Learn everything you can. And don't get caught up. Don't get caught up. If you're starting to get caught up in substances and shit like that, you're going to lose. You got to keep your mind, you got to keep your wits, and you got to keep your eyes open and input as much information and awareness as possible. And outsmart bitches and get the fuck out. Outsmart them and get the fuck out. And then take the business sense from it and go apply that to something real. Go apply that to something that can sustain you. Yeah, you could do that. You could fucking do it. I don't care what you were told while you were in that life. I mean, you're gonna see the worst in people. You're gonna see the worst in people. So you're gonna have to heal when you get out of that life. Yeah, you're gonna have to do some inner work. But don't doubt for a second that you surviving that shit and coming out, that your soul was like not boss shit, all right? You're gonna come out of that shit and you're gonna take everything you learned about people and business and apply it to your actual life and actually make it work for you, not somebody else benefiting off of you while you suffer. Nah. Take that shit and run with it. Come out of hell leading the motherfucking pack.